bags and shoes.
Day 14 of the government shutdown, only a couple or so days away from a possible U.S. debt default. The World War II Memorial here in Washington has become a key battlefield in the public relations war between Democrats and Republicans over this fiscal crisis. CNN's Erin McPike is joining us now. She's got more on what's going on, and parts of it are very ugly. Erin, what's the latest?
Wolf, a brand new poll from ABC and the Washington Post today shows 3/4 of those questioned disapprove of how congressional Republicans are handling this budget fight. But perhaps the most interesting finding in this poll is that even self-described Republicans are torn about how Republicans in Congress are doing, and about half of the Republican questioned disapprove, and that seems to be becoming a trend.
We're being shut down.
The rhetoric in Washington has boiled over. Protesters gathered outside the gates of the White House on Sunday. Longtime Republican activist Larry Klayman issued this inflammatory message to the crowd.
To demand that this president leave town, to get out, to put the Quran down, to get up off his knees, and to figuratively come up with his hands out, up.
It was billed as a march for veterans, but it had a hint of a political rally with some surprise high-profile guests, like new Tea Party star Senator Ted Cruz.
Why is the federal government spending money to erect barricades to keep veterans out of this memorial?
And firebrand Sarah Palin.
We will not be timid in calling out any who would use our military, our vets, as pawns in a political game.
Some of the veterans who organized the rally took to Facebook to complain. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, more Republicans are starting to feel that way about the far right in general.
Certainly Republicans have been in a place that was not going to lead to success for, the last 6 weeks or so.
All of this is taking a toll on the party's image. This week's New Yorker cover features the ghosts of Boehner and Cruz haunting the Capitol. Veteran Republican strategist Ron Bonjean says this time the Tea Party strategy isn't working.
We've shut down the government basically for nothing, and it hasn't made a lot of sense strategically. And Republicans in Washington are frustrated, but the Tea Party has not been helpful to link delaying or defunding Obamacare to shutting down the government.
Also on the Hill, Democrats can't resist partisan trash talking themselves.
When you start acting like you're committing domestic abuse, you've got a problem. I love you, dear, but, I'm shutting down your entire government.
Now, we reached out to Senator Cruz's office to see how he took Larry Klayman's inflammatory remarks yesterday. His spokeswoman, Catherine Frazier, told me it's unfortunate the media has allowed one person's misguided actions to distract from the real purpose for countless veterans to rally in D.C. to urge their government to fund veterans, which Senator Cruz continues fighting for. Wolf.
All right, thanks very much, Erin McPike reporting. Meanwhile, the effects of the government shutdown, they are spreading and